devoid of any personal items, cleaned up, seat bags in the upright position, the tray tables in the upright position, those footrests in the upright position as well, to allow those other incoming passengers to have their seats that they will be assigned when boarding at Winter Park.
I thought occupation would start falling off then.
That's all coming up in 25 minutes. In the meantime, folks, we picked up the Frasier River. We're going to follow it into Frasier and through Frasier Canyon here, which we'll be entering in just a few minutes. Keep an eye out, folks. There was a lot of sightings of moose this winter. It is starting to warm up a little bit, so they might be moving back up to the higher elevations again. But maybe we might luck out and see one or two. Keep your eyes peeled. Thank you.
Yeah, I think I have the Frasier River
You got it?
occasionally coming out from under the snow.
It's just stunning, isn't it?
Would you like to come this side? Country, because there's grass coming almost all the way to the water.
There'd be periods of half an hour where it was like, oh, that's amazing, that's amazing. Not almost constant.
Yeah, well, that's 2 days we've been going now, and other than the first half hour,
Yeah, it's been great.
it's been amazing all the time. Ooh. Ooh. Tracks that looked like big hooves. Windy Brick, Colorado.
The diesel exhaust smoke from our engines from getting into the cars while we're inside the tunnel. Folks, we'll cover this all again here in just a few minutes, but with that in mind, if you're in a car right now that you don't want to be in while we're inside the Moffat Tunnel, now's a great opportunity for you to make way for a car that you don't mind being stuck in while we're inside the tunnel.
The Continental Divide.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention please? As the conductor has announced, we will shortly be entering into the Moffat Tunnel. Kindly please decide whether you are going to be in the observation car, your coach seats, or your sleeping car accommodations, as it is important for all train doors to be closed while we are in the Moffat Tunnel. Our conductor will make an announcement when it is clear for all passengers to move about the train. At this time, please decide whether you are going to be in your sleeping car, accommodations, observation car, or coach seats. Wait until we are out of the Moffat Tunnel. Thank you.
Alright folks, this is the last call. Make your move to a car you want to be in while we're inside the tunnel. You've got about 30 seconds. Once you're inside the car, you're in. It's approximately 10 minutes to traverse. In the meantime, do not open the doors on the upper level that connect the cars together. Appreciate it.
This is the highest point. This is going to be where people ski down from, isn't it? So.
I don't see no lifts.
No.
Moffat Tunnel. Find yourself seat, park it. Do not move from car to car until we're clear of the tunnel. I'll let you know just in case the daylight doesn't give it away that we're clear of the tunnel. However, while it is not the longest, it does hold 2 milestones of being the highest point that any passenger train in the country traverses at 9,239 feet above sea level. The second is it's also the deepest in the earth that any train traverses, with over 2,500 feet of solid granite directly above our head, 3.1 mile of rock in front of us, and 3.1 mile of rock behind us, making it the deepest and highest point on the planet that any passenger train traverses. You can also see the old tracks of Rollins Pass that work their way up the mountain. You can see the shelf edge of the old tracks carved into the mountain and follow them up and over Rollins Pass. Folks, you can now move about the train as you normally would. We appreciate your cooperation with that during that time. I know it was difficult. I barely held it together myself.
So where's the truck?
You can move about the train on those.
Yeah, I think that's it. Anyway.
Not that.
Yeah, that branch that is now beginning to climb up there. Ooh.
Construction of the tunnel began in 1923 with 2 crews working on the east and west end. When they met in the middle, somewhere around 1925 or 26, sorry, they were just a couple inches off of being perfectly centered in line with each other.
In the corner.
As well as celebrating the 100th anniversary last year of the start of the construction of the tunnel. In 1923 is when it began, completed in 1927, with that first train going through in early February 1928. It was a brainchild of one David Moffat, who is responsible for pretty much the expansion westward out of Denver for anything in the early 1900s. He dreamt of building a route through the mountain instead of up and over it, which was currently the only way to get through or over the Continental Divide, was going through Rollins Pass, which on a good, beautiful spring or summer day would take you about 6 hours, or several months in the wintertime.
That was excellent. We got to do all this in a day. There are houses here. There are houses here.
Whenever I gave you the times for our arrival into Denver, it typically is only a 2-hour trip from Winter Park to Denver. I gave you an extra 30 minutes because I was anticipating some delays with some known snow slides that recently occurred, and they cleared out the area, but because of those snow slides, they damaged the alert indicators that tell us that there's snow slides on the tracks. So, due to that, we were expecting about a 25 to 30 minute delay to go through these snow slide prone areas, because we have to go a lot slower in case there's anything on the tracks. But that was not including the fact that dispatcher just notified us, told us that there's a lot of traffic congestion on the rail going down the mountains and coming up the mountains. So we're going to come to a stop here. I don't know for how long, folks. It could be anywhere between 5 minutes or longer. I honestly have no idea. We will be taking an additional delay here as we wait for traffic to work its way uphill to clear a path for us to make it downhill. And if I get an idea on the time frame, I'll let you know. But as of right now, I don't know how long we're going to be here. Those of you holding a 6 o'clock reservation, I'm going to ask you to hold up for about 3 more hours. And, no, I'm just kidding. Come on in, guys. 6 o'clock reservation, come on to the dining car. Please wait at the door to be greeted before you get seated. Thank you.
So you realize this. In the middle of this board, to the right,
Another tunnel ahead. It's always tunnels. Yeah, it's a shame because again, that's no less spectacular than what we went through earlier. Just you're now getting the reflection on the window.
Maybe
I can just enjoy it.
just enjoy it.
yeah, right.
You can see a city in the valley, or I can see a lot of lights in the.
Folks, if you look on to the left, you can see Athena Valley. That's called near the destination Boulder right now. That's your first glance.
Oh, that's Boulder.
Colorado. We'll get an even better view in a minute.
Okay.
Nebraska.
Tumble, Iowa. Our next scheduled station stop, ladies and gentlemen, coming up here in approximately 45 minutes will be Mount Pleasant, ladies and gentlemen, Mount Pleasant, Iowa, 45 minutes. Very last opportunity for fresh air. Fresh air, very quick, 3 minutes, Galesburg at approximately 1:25. About an hour later, that'll be Princeton at approximately 2:25. Naperville, right around 3:30 or so will be Naperville. And between 4 and 4:15 will be our final station stop. It'll be downtown Chicago. Again, fresh air,
That's a
Galesburg,
lovely big shower.
in about an hour and 20 minutes. Very quick, 3 minute stop.
Big
Fresh
shower.
air,
And I
Galesburg.
washed everything.
Oh, okay.
It's time to gather personal belongings and prepare to exit the train. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Burlington.
Bridge.
No, it's the Mississippi.
That is the Mississippi, so what, we're not stopping through the river?
Service side. At this time, this is our last call for the dining room lunch period. And thank you once again for choosing Amtrak.
Good afternoon, folks. This is your cafe attendant, Vaughn. This is the last call before I temporarily close. Lunch, last call at the cafe. Downstairs, that's announced observation car. Last call before I temporarily close. Let's go, let's do it.
I think we might actually be going for that one.
Oh, yeah. Get over the river.
We're going.
Yep.
Yep. That was it.
What was that?
A little engine and
Oh,
and two Pullmans there. I don't think it's this Princeton.
the Princeton's in New Jersey between Pittsburgh and New York. I just looked at it.
Alright.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, again leaving Princeton. Our next scheduled station stop here in approximately 1 hour and 10 minutes will be Naperville.
Remain in the trip. Cafe cars now officially closed. Remain of the trip.
Final stop into the line, Chicago, just under 40 minutes. Onboard service, Steradian, track 30, left side.
Champlain.
to Lansing.
It's like entering Warsaw through the central station. You start with the very waist of it. And the platform is way above us.
On this side, it's way below.
Oh, yeah. On this side, it's halfway up through the window.
Okay, sweetie. Alright, I'll see you right, okay? Man, I have...
Gremlin on the road.